Okay, I recorded about, maybe 6 or 750 and decided I had it in too many places. So I decided to erase them all and try to put it in a couple. But anyways, started talking about animals that migrated and how they were getting hit and how I thought maybe I'd put overpasses to where they could get over overpasses and put in fences along all the highways and give people jobs building these fences. And then somebody said they might not want to go over the overpasses, so I thought maybe I'd put like passes under the road, because I know they crawl underneath fences even if they wouldn't go over a bridge. So maybe digging under the highway out west, because they had, the thing said they have migratory routes where they've been going for hundreds of years and going hundreds and hundreds of miles. So, out west. And then it evolved into like getting coons out of your trash after recording 3 or 4 of them. It got to getting coons out of your trash in the city, and foxes and coyotes in New York City and Central Park, because these chain link fences I was putting up around the out in the west got into New York City, because they'd go around the cities. And you having overpasses to get after you got into the city. You might not have the under the ground. You might have overpasses to keep the coyotes, because it'd go overground, into overpasses. So it'd go around the city. You'd be trapping the coons, and you'd have a job building this stuff, building the traps for the coyotes or catching them, and. All these rabbit, I don't know how many rabbit animals there are in the city, or coons and things, but you could catch these animals, and okay, now I'll show you a picture of what I got drawn here, if I can get it up here. I think you'd have the road here, and you'd have this would be the fence. It'd come in like the V pattern, to where this animal would be here, and you'd hit the fence, and the animals always walk the fence. They come into V and go under the road and then be out. And like this is your house, you go around the back of your house, and then around here, and then here, and into the V, and you go under the road. That's like, okay, you come here, and then I got the V ain't in the right spot, but the V would be next. I didn't put the V in the right spot there, but the V'd be out here with the fence, go under the road. Now, this here is like a farm field. So in the case of a farm field, there might be several farm fields in a row. So here's the road, and here's the V, here's the V. That fence is right. But here's the farm field. So a farmer would have to sell his product. I don't mean to be forceful on the farm, but 10 times market value. The farmer would sell his property at 10 times market value. You wouldn't want to exit here and then exit here and then exit here. So, the farmer would sell his property at 10 times market value. Here's the main highway, but the farmer would sell his farm field, and the federal government would build a paved road, and then then eventually the farmer would drive across his field, and there'd be a paved road across the next field, 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 and finally there'd be an exit with some sort of electronic gate and electric fence onto the highway. And I forgot to say, this fence here would be buried underneath the ground, so something couldn't get under it, and there'd be electric fence on top, so something couldn't get over it. Around the house, they'd cut down all the brush so something couldn't fall on it. It'd be solar powered, so if the power went off, something couldn't get over the electric fence. It'd be battery, so there'd always be a charge on it, and it'd be small enough that like squirrels couldn't go through. It'd be chain link, but have something through it so a squirrel couldn't go through it, and it'd be around the houses. It'd be out like when there's the woods. It'd be out. But, there'd be woods here or a field. It'd be around the field to where, it'd be out in front of it'd be in front of the field, but behind the houses, it'd be in front of the field, but there'd be a road here, like when there's a lot of fields. But if there's just one field, the farmer, if there's a woods here and a woods here, that farmer would get his own entrance. But when there's a lot of fields in a row, and this farmer wouldn't get an entrance, this farmer wouldn't get an entrance, this farmer wouldn't get an, they'd all have to go together and have one combined entrance. Because you wouldn't want to have a dozen entrances with each having their own gate. And there'd be and I didn't draw this right. There'd be a fence along here that connect to this thing here and this thing here, and then underneath the road. But in the city, there'd be overpasses up to the city, and there may be. Your city may not have this. Your city may be connected to the next. I don't have the number here. It probably won't read the number. Your city may be connected to the next city, and that city may be connected to the next city, and that city may be connected to the next city. Your city may not even get a fence. Your city may not even get a fence. But if your coons are getting into your garbage every night, the government will come up with a live trap. The animal won't get hurt. Somebody will come up with a live trap. You won't have to pay for it, and trap this animal. You may get a job trapping the animal, or you may get a job building the trap, or you may get a job putting in this fence. They're going to put these fences in on all the roads, around all the houses out in the country. But in the country, the fences will come together, but at the corners or over the interstate. The fences will come in around the interstate. Go figure. I think you can figure it out to where they won't go into town, but it'll go over all the overpasses or whatever. I think you can figure it out to where the animals won't be able to get into town. They'll catch all the foxes and the coyotes and the coons and the squirrels and the rabbits. I mean, some people may think the rabbits are cute, but they can carry rabies. Don't think David's keeping a cute squirrel, but they get up in your attic and they cause mayhem. But it's just a plan. Some people may not like it, but if you get the coons in your trash 3 or 4 times a week, you may like it, getting the coons out of your trash.